Good morning and welcome back to Public Affairs on Peach. Today we are looking at the film industry right here in Georgia. Between 2009 and 2010, more than 700 film and television projects were shot here in Georgia. Those projects brought in approximately $770 million, but more importantly, it brought in a whole lot of jobs here. A medium budget film employs nearly 175 locals. That can go as high as 250 on a larger budget production. Well, one of those larger budget films was The Blind Side. Atlanta was picked because it bears a similar resemblance to Memphis, Tennessee, which is where Michael Oher and Leanne Toohey were originally from, and the movie topped the box office in its first week in theaters. All right, we are here now with Roger Bobb, who now owns Bobcat Films. Roger has worked with Tyler Perry Productions, but also created his own name, his own brand, and his own production company. I'm going to brag about you here for a little bit. I'm going to read off your resume, all right? You have produced basically all of Tyler Perry's hits, right? Meet the Browns, House of Pain, Medea's?
Yep, Medea's everything.
Medea's Big Happy Family, which grossed over $45 million at the box office.
Right.
You broke off how many weeks ago from Tyler Perry? 2 weeks ago.
That's correct.
Starting your own company here. What's number one on your plate? What are you focusing on right now?
Right now, we're focusing on reality shows. You know, we all know that we have some popular shows here.
Which showcase Atlanta. Which we shall rename nameless. I don't think we have to name it.
You know, we're going to add to that slate, and then we also have a couple of films coming this fall, so we're really excited about it. And we know we really couldn't have done it without this economic tax incentive that Governor Perdue signed.
Yeah, I mean, talk to me about this, because, you know, everybody thinks of Hollywood, they think of LA, but suddenly Georgia really becoming a big player when it comes to movie making, when it comes to reality shows. Why?
Sure. Well, as a producer, on the producer side, I know that when I go to Atlanta, whatever my budget is, I'm going to get 30% back on that. So if I spend $10 million, I'm going to get $3 million back.
Which allows you to spend more money on your production.
Spend more money. So now a $10 million film now becomes really a $13 million film. So as a producer, you know, that's obviously very attractive. As somebody now who lives in Atlanta, on the other side, it's not just about the films, it's also the ancillary income that's derived from these films. It's the hotels, it's the restaurants, it's the dry cleaners, it's the supermarkets that, you know, the people that we bring in, you know, they obviously have to frequent all this establishment. So, you know, there's a windfall for everyone when more productions come to Atlanta.
And when you bring your production here, the crews that you're able to hire here, do they compare to those in New York and LA?
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, you know, we're all professionals here, and ultimately we have one common goal, which is to make the best film or television show possible. So, you know, we're not going to certainly come to Atlanta and expect anything less than excellence, and that's fortunately what we've been able to get. At Tyler Perry Studios, we've worked with the same crew members for the last 10 years. And so that's just a testament to their level of professionalism.
All right, I got to ask you, what was it like producing some of Tyler Perry's biggest hits?
Well, the biggest thing was to try not to laugh, because they're all, you know, just shooting with him is just, you know, it's funny. And, you know, you're trying to be professional, do your job, but, you know, it's just a hilarity going on all over the set. So I think that was the biggest hurdle, is to not laugh when you're not supposed to.
Which is hard sometimes.
Which is hard, yeah.
Which is hard sometimes. So talk to me about reality television. You're kind of getting into the reality TV scheme here.
Yeah.
I know you've done movies. Which is easier to produce, a movie that's scripted or reality dealing with real people?
They both have their pluses and minuses. You know, you want to say a movie because what's going to happen is right there in the script, so everybody knows what's going on. Reality is certainly less expensive to produce, so as a producer, I love that, which is why you have so many reality shows. That's the bottom line. So, you know, since this is my first foray into reality, you know, you got to have me back next year, and I'll let you know what kind of experience it was.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested to hear about the reality aspect of it. You kind of don't know where things go. You don't know what the public's going to like.
Right, they're not actors.
No, you shoot just a couple pilots to see kind of what the public is into.
Right, yeah.
Real Housewives of Atlanta, that show has taken off, though.
It's taken off, yeah, and it's obviously, you know,
it's the drama.
It's the drama.
Roger, you got to bring the drama when you shoot these reality TV shows.
I'm going to bring drama and comedy.
All right, next year we're going to have you back here. I want to see some of those reality shows. Very good. Thanks for joining us this morning. I appreciate it. All right, still to come this morning, the man behind the popular film Stomp the Yard.